What up guys, Alex here, GuitarForce.com. So as you can see today we're going to take a look at Black Magic by Slayer, and this is off of their debut album which came out in 1983, and it's called Show No Mercy. A really cool song. It's been played for so many years and it's still, it still sounds great. Now this lesson is going to be on the rhythm guitar parts only. In fact, if you would like me to make a lesson on the solo of this song, give it a like, and if we get 250 likes, I will make the solo on a separate video, and when it's done, the link is going to be in the description box down below. Now, because this was the original recording was way back in 1983, the tuning for this lesson and for this song is going to be standard, and also because I have a backing track which is in standard tuning, so it's going to be easier for everybody to learn to play this in standard tuning. And if you would like to play it at a lower tuning, so you can always tune down the guitar, but the positions are still the same. The backing track and the tabs are going to be available at GuitarForce.com. I will also leave the link in the description box down below. And for the sound I was using the VST plugin Guitar Rig, and I also tried Amplitube. So the pictures of the presets are going to come out now on the screen. And while you are checking them out, I'm going to play you my low E string, which is E, so you can tune up and play along with this lesson. Alright guys, so now let's go for the close-up and start the lesson. Alright, so we're going to break down the song into riffs. We're going to start off with the intro. Very simple, both guitars are doing the same thing. So we basically just play on the low E string, open, lightly palm muted. We play 16th notes, constantly going on. Like that. Now, because it's a fade-in song, it starts off with a fade-in. You can sort of emulate that as well. So what you do is, first of all, you roll your volume on the guitar all the way down, start picking the low E, and then gradually bring it up. So it would be something like this. So we continue playing that, both of the guitars, and you can hear the hi-hat going on there, so that gives you the tempo that you have to play to, the 16th notes on the guitar, and then the bass and the bass kick of the drum are coming in. They're playing quarter notes. We play with that for a short time, and then after that we have the second guitar playing sort of the main sort of theme of the song, and it goes like this. Alright, so what we have here is we're going to be alternating the notes on the A string, which are going to be on the 7th, 8th and 10th fret, with the low E string playing 16th notes, or alternatively you can play like a reverse gallop, which is 2 16th notes followed by an 8th note. Now, because the first guitar is still playing the 16th notes constantly, when you play the second guitar, you can't really hear if he's playing 4 16th notes or 3 notes, 2 16th and 1 8th. So it's totally up to you, whatever you feel most comfortable with, use that. So the riff again, on the A string we have 7, 8, 10, and we play a certain combination of these notes. Now I'm not going to be explaining note for note, you can see that in the tablature, and now I'm going to play slowly the riff so you can hear how it goes. And one additional note that we have is going to be on the low E string 10th fret. Okay, so the riff itself, again one more time, real slow, is going to go like this. Now here I'm doing a combination on the low E string, playing that sort of gallop figure with 16th notes. But if you have to be sort of strict, you can play, or you can play, doesn't really matter. Now also another thing to mention here, you want to bring the pinch harmonics from time to time here, especially on the first note. And also adding some vibrato to that note. He doesn't play it all the time, but from time to time you can hear that he's playing that note with a pinch harmonic. So that's the riff. I'm gonna play it one more time. For 4 times, it goes like this. Also, one more thing, sorry to mention, is that we have a time signature alteration here. So what I mean by that is, one part of the riff is written in 4/4, and then the second part is written in 5/4. Okay, so we have 4/4, 5/4, 4/4, 5/4, and so on. Not to make the things complicated, I just wanted to point that out. But if you just concentrate listening to the riff, you know, it's all quarter notes, so it's totally okay. Doesn't make it so complicated. So if you just play the riff, you're gonna be okay. So one more time, the riff goes like this. Alright, so after this part we go into the sort of second part of the intro, which goes like this. Okay, so here, as you can see, we're just using some power chords and alternating that with the low E string as well. So we have first chord, E power chord in this position here, then alternating that with the low E, 16th notes, then we play E to F, again low E, with the E power chord here, low E, 16th notes, and then we play C to D. And that's pretty much it for this riff. So again, one more time, slowly. Alright, after this part we go back to the previous riff where we play the theme of the song. And then after that we go into the next riff. It's played a little bit faster, the tempo now is a little bit faster, but it goes like this. Okay, so here again we're playing the E power chord, alternating with the low E string open 16th notes. So we play for 2 times the E chord, alternating with the low E. Then we have F, back to the E. Okay, so that's the first part, and then we have... So here, going down chromatically, starting with a G power chord. So we go G, F sharp, F. Back to the beginning of the riff. And then from here, the second ending, we have... So it's again G, but now we go an octave lower. G, F sharp, F, and back to the E power chord. Okay, so that's pretty much it for that riff. So one more time, real slow, it's gonna go like this. Alright, so this riff we use during the verses, and this is the first part of the verse. After that we have some power chords going on, and it goes like this. Alright, so here we have just 4 power chords, starting with the A, going to B, then we have F sharp to G. Now, alternatively, you can use different positions. So, for example, you can play A here to B, and then F sharp to G are in this position. And another variation, like I said, because there are 2 guitars, you can play slightly different rhythms. So you can, instead of playing just the power chords and letting them ring out, you can play as 16th notes. Okay, so just using the notes on the low E string, A to B, F sharp to G. Okay. And then that's the second part of the verse. After that, we go back to playing again the first part of the verse, which is that part. All right. So after that, we repeat the whole section one more time, and then we go into the next part of the song, which is sort of like a bridge, using a different riff, which goes like this. Alright, so here we are going into the A key. So we're going to be playing 16th notes on the A open string, and then we have a few 3 double stops here. So the first one is going to be on the G and D strings on the 7th fret. Then we alternate that with the A string open again. Then we have this double stop. So now it's 7 on D, 6 on the G string. Again, A string open 16th notes. And then we take that shape and we move it down 2 frets. So now it's going to be on the 5, D, and 4 on the G string. And that's pretty much it for the whole riff. We repeat it for 4 times. So we have... Alright, so again, A string, slightly palm muted, and then the double stops, you let them ring out. Okay, after that we go into the sort of break, which is using the riff from the intro. So we have... Alright, so we play it for 4 times. And then after that we go into the first solo. Now the solo, the rhythm guitar is playing power chords, so I'm going to break down the rhythm guitar in this lesson. So we have... Again, 4 chords, so it's B for the whole bar, then we move down 1 fret to B flat. For 1 bar, then we have E. For 1 bar to F. Again, alternatively, you can play the B and the B flat in this position here. Like that. So that's the rhythm guitar during the first solo. And then after that, after the first solo, we go into another break, again playing a different riff there, and the riff itself goes like this. Okay, so here, as you can notice, we have a rhythmical figure going on the low E string, open, It's a combination between the 8th notes and 16th notes, and it sort of reminds me of sort of like a gallop figure, but it's not exactly gallop figure. It has the element of the gallop, but then it continues with the 16th note. So we have that riff going on, that rhythm, and then we have two alternate endings here. So we have, so it's just E power chord going to F power chord. Then we go back to playing the gallop figure again. And then here slightly different picking pattern. So we pick the E chord, then we move to F and we play it 2 times. So that's the only difference between the first ending and the second ending. All right. So one more time, the whole thing slowly is going to be like this. Alright, so after this part we go into the second solo, and the rhythm guitar is playing the riff which is being played during the verses, but with only the first ending. So again we have so that's the riff that we played during the second solo. And we're just using the G, F sharp, F to E in this position right here, not going to the lower part. You can do it if you want to, but that's how they play it. And after that part, the solo continues. Now Kerry King is playing the last solo, and Jeff is playing again the chords which are being played during the first solo, so which are so again, B to B flat, E to F. That's what they play during the second solo, second part of the second solo. And then the very end, it goes. Alright, so here we slow down, the tempo slows down, and we play the E power chord for 2 bars. So we have quarter notes here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we go into the next bar. We play it one more time. Then we have the F power chord, back to E to G. So altogether we play 9 quarter notes on the E, then we have 1 quarter note F, back to E once, and then we go to the G. You can just hit it and let it ring out. During live versions, they would play like a tremolo picking here. And then just play the E chord, slide out, and that's how we end the song. Alright guys, so that was it for this lesson. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also comment, share, subscribe if you're new to my channel. Don't forget to visit GuitarForce.com for more guitar lessons. In the meantime, I'll see you again. Take it easy, and as always, let the force be with you.